Hi, I'm Maddie. Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be sharing my 2020 bullet journal flip through with you all. I think it's so much fun at the end of the year to flip back through your journal and sort of see what was going on during different parts of the year. This year in particular, it was pretty interesting to go back and take a look, and I thought that I would share it with you all. Starting off the flip through, the journal that I have has a table of contents which I kept up with for the most part throughout the year. Then we have the Hello 2020 page, which, let's be real, that sounded a lot more optimistic when I wrote it in December. Then I have the classic year at a glance with a quote page, grid spacing cheat sheet, and monthly layouts. Out of this, I really did enjoy the year at a glance spread and my grid spacing cheat sheet. I really am trying to cut out quote pages because I didn't find them that helpful. I will also be keeping the monthly overviews in my new journal. Then I have my 2020 goals, which I made a whole video reflecting on them and planning out my 2021 goals. I'll have it linked in the description box if you're interested. Then my travel page, I was really hoping that one would be a lot fuller than it is now. And then my 2020 in for kind of cultural references also wasn't as full. Next, I have my YouTube video ideas spread, which I had a lot of time to dedicate to content this year, and I am very, very thankful for that. Next is my list of 50 states. I did not get to check off any new states this year, but I think that is a cool reference to have. And my travel bucket list, which I did get to check something off of this year, that would be Los Angeles, California. Again, I think it's just cool to have a record of that. Now we're finally getting into my monthly setups, and for January I did a fireworks theme to kind of signify the celebration of a new year. Again, kind of ironic looking back on it. Then this is the calendar setup that I went with for the whole year, and I really like it. As you can see, there's actually some stuff on it back in January. Also tried out a different type of mood tracker in January with the line length, which I wound up not really loving. This month I had a lot of doodles around the edges of my weekly setups, which was something that I definitely didn't do every single month, but looking back on it, I think it did add a nice pop of visual interest. Then I also decided to start my gratitude in January. Obviously a little later since it wasn't at the beginning, but I plan on making a whole video about how that impacted my life. For February, I did a chocolate theme for Valentine's Day, and I'm still very happy with how this theme turned out. As you can see, there's still a decent amount of stuff on the calendar. I really love the mood tracker for this month. I think it was pretty creative and very well executed. Then here's my gratitude spread again, very full. There are so many things to be grateful for. And as you can see, I also kept up with the doodles in February as well. In March, I decided to go with a sunflower theme. Honestly, looking back on it, I am not super happy with how this one turned out. I think I definitely could have done better. And the March calendar is significantly less filled up than previous months. And I think this was a pretty basic mood tracker, habit tracker setup. But as you can see, the workout section was hit for the first time this year. And I am continuing with the gratitude spreads like I have said. And you can see that the doodles in March ceased to exist. Then I have my high school bucket list, which was something that I made in either February or March, I can't remember. I made a whole video talking about these if you want to learn what's on it. Then for April, I did a rain theme with the quote, "Learn to dance in the rain," which I thought was very fitting for the circumstances. A nice blank, clean calendar with absolutely nothing on it for April. Then the mood tracker, honestly, that's not super cute. Wow, I actually kind of hate that now that I'm looking at it. Moving along. Then we have my movie list, which if you've been watching me at all this year, then you would know I did 3 different quarantine movie reviews. I think I watched over 75 movies. It was insane. If you want some movie suggestions, go check out those videos. Then in May, I did a wildflower theme, and I'm still absolutely in love with it. I think the color palette was immaculate, just lots of really pretty shades. As you can see, some stuff is starting to populate back on the calendar. And in May, I was very happy. As you can tell, I was meeting those goals. We were thriving. Gratitude spread completely full. Then I made my summer bucket list, which I was actually pretty happy with how many things I was able to complete on it. If you watched my vlogmas series, then you saw a lot of these take place. Then I have another YouTube video idea spread because this summer I was really on that YouTube grind, uploading so many videos. Then in June, I had my Emma Chamberlain theme, which I thought that this was a pretty creative one, if I do say so myself. And there were just a lot of fun colors and shapes going on this month. In July, I went with a Stars and Stripes theme, of course, for the 4th, and I thought it was just very summery, and I think this summer we all kind of felt down, so I needed that summer is a state of mind reminder. And yeah, there wasn't a lot going on in July. I was pretty happy, was meeting those goals. Like, let's just take a moment for how many blue dots are on those habit trackers in July. Very proud of myself. Again, filling up the gratitude spread completely. That's honestly such a fulfilling feeling. Wow, does that even make sense? I hope so. In July, I was experiencing a lot of YouTube growth, so I made this YouTube goals thing, and as you can see, I definitely didn't make it as far as I thought that I would, but I'm definitely putting a revised version in my new bullet journal with some more achievable milestones. And just thank you all so much for the YouTube growth this year. It was incredible. I made a whole rewind video if you would like to take a look. Then in August, I went with an ice cream cone just because it seemed nice and summery to soak up the last moments before school started. I think this calendar is still pretty cool with the waffle cone textures in the blank spaces. And the mood tracker was pretty cute too, if I do say so myself. In August, you can definitely see the tasks and events column starting to fill back up again. As I prepared for school and started my senior year, there was suddenly a lot more on my plate to accomplish than in the spring and summer. Then for September, I did a nice fall theme with lots of colorful leaves. And I really like this. This was my first theme with the zebra mild liners, and I'm still loving it. The mood tracker was pretty good. As you can see, lots of happy days. In September, we were still doing good. Gratitude, this is when I switched to the new format that gives me the most space to write, and I still am in love with that. Then in October, I did a, I guess you could call it magic theme, lots of purple going on, because you know, Halloween, spooky season, gotta love it. And as you can see in these fall months, there just really wasn't a lot on the calendar because with COVID ramping back up, lots of things were starting to be canceled again. This mood tracker is probably my favorite in the whole journal. Like, the artistic flair and amount of color on it is unsurpassable. And here we go with another gratitude spread. I know I keep mentioning it, trying to subliminally get you to start keeping a gratitude journal. The next spread is my fall bucket list, and I did not get to do hardly anything on it this year because school is just so overwhelming. That's also why the neighboring YouTube video ideas page is blank. For November, I did an iced coffee theme, and it is honestly my favorite theme in my entire 2020 bullet journal because I absolutely love and adore coffee. I'm so surprised it took me this long to do one. And just look at the mood tracker, guys. All those coffee beans, wow, really cute. I think that might be my second favorite one behind the Magic Cauldron from October. Final month for us to take a look at is of course December, and I recently posted my setup for this if you're interested, but I went with a Christmas lights theme because, you know, gotta keep the holiday magic going. Have not been doing a good job keeping up with my calendar in December. I promise I have a lot of stuff going on. The mood tracker, it matches the cover page, which I really like. I think it ties things together nicely, and I'm keeping along with that habit tracker and gratitude stuff this month as well. And as you can see, I've been pretty busy with school assignments thus far in December, and we have some lovely blank weekly spreads to start filling up as things come in throughout the end of the year. Then finally, we have the brainstorming space where I've been figuring out all the videos that I want to make for the end of the year and while I'm on break, and I still have some clean pages in the back for further planning if needed. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below which month's theme was your favorite, and be sure that you're subscribed and have the bell turned on. That way you can be notified every single time I either upload a new video or go live. Both of those things really help my channel grow, and I would appreciate it so much. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!